Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we're going to start exercise 10B. Okay, from question number 2A. Okay, so I hope by now you guys know what parallel lines are, what corresponding angles are, what alternate and interior angles are, right? Okay, let's start with this. So A, B, and C, D are parallel, as we can see, looking at the arrowheads. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Because yesterday some students were complaining of the, okay. So these two lines, A, B, and C, D are parallel, and they're also straight lines, and they're parallel to each other, right? So, and these two are transversals, PQ and RS are the two transversals. Now, using our knowledge of corresponding, alternate, and interior angles, we have to find the values of these unknowns, A, C, and D. So let's see. How can we find out A? Let's start with A. A is easy. Yes, Sidra, you want to tell?
A will be 117 because we're using the corresponding angle.
Corresponding. These are corresponding.
No.
Alternate.
They are vertical opposites, if I'm right.
Yes, they are vertically opposite. Yes, Javeria, you are correct. Okay, Sidra, can you please tell me the definition of corresponding? Not the definition, but do you know what corresponding angles are?
Yeah, when there are two straight lines, the point of intersection and the point of intersection.
Beta, corresponding. I'm asking corresponding. Yes. Yeah, you were telling me about vertically opposite, corresponding. What were corresponding angles?
Corresponding angles were angles on the parallel lines on the same side of the transversal.
And on the same side of both the parallel sides. Like, for example, what will be the corresponding angle for 117? B, right? So B is corresponding to 117. Why? Because both the angles are on the same side of the same transversal. Okay, so they are on the same side of the transversal and same side of the parallel side. You can take this and give me the other one. Okay, so corresponding angles are what? They are equal to each other, right? So B will be equal to?
Also 117.
Yes, also 117. So this is 117. This is also 117. And also appreciate the fact that A and B are alternate. Can you see?
Yes, they are.
Yes, A and B are alternate and therefore they are equal. Okay.
Excuse me,
now,
teacher.
Yes.
78 and D are corresponding angles?
78 and B? No.
No, 78 and D.
Oh, 78 and D, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Why are they corresponding? Because they are on the same side of the same transversal. They're on the same side of the same transversal and they both of them are above their parallel lines. So they are corresponding, yes. So that means D is?
I can't hear you.
D is also 78.
D is also 78.
Yes. So D is 78, B is 117, this A is 117. So what is C? Can we find out C?
C and A are alternate angle?
C and A are?
C and A are interior angles?
Very good, very good. And so interior angles are what? What's the property of interior angles?
Interior angles are supplementary angles and add up to 180.
Yeah.
So we will subtract 117 from 180 and the answer will be C.
An easier way is that B and C together make 180. So just subtract 117 from 180.
Yeah, you can do it that way too, because B and C are adjacent angles. B and C are adjacent angles. What were adjacent angles again? Does anybody remember adjacent angles?
Adjacent angles,
Adjacent angles.
are on a straight line and share one common side.
Yes, they share an arm, and also they have the same vertex, and they are on the opposite side of the shared arm. They're on the opposite side of the shared arm, and they have a common vertex, and they lie on a straight line. So yes, they are adjacent angles. So yes, you can do that, but this is easier. Yes, same thing. You'll get the same answer. Okay, so how will we calculate C?
We will subtract 180 from 170, and the answer will be 64.
Yeah, so this will be the formula, 117 plus C. So this will be our algebraic equation, is equal to 180, and angle C would be 180 minus 117, which would be 63. I've missed a step here. I should write 180 minus 117. And then you will get angle C would be equal to 63, right? Okay, now part B. Part B. Let's start with E. How can we find out E?
Teacher, but
E and 35 are interior angles.
Yeah, wait, Javeria. Yes, yes, Abiha. What are you asking?
Teacher, is like is the transversal the straight line from C to E, or is the transversal the vertical line from B to C?
Both are transversal. So we have two transversals here. Okay, that's a good question. Yes. Yes, so these two are parallel lines. So first, whenever you look at a figure, first of all, find out the parallel lines. Where are they? Because they might twist the figure for you to make things complicated, right? So first of all, point out the parallel lines and then the transversal. So yes, good job, Sabia. This is one transversal. CE is one transversal. The other transversal is CB. Okay, okay. So now tell me, how can we find out E?
E and 35 are interior angles?
Yes, Sidra, you want to?
31 and E, they're alternate angles.
Yes, they are alternate angles. Why are they alternate?
Because they're on the opposite sides of the transversal.
Of the same transversal.
Opposite side of the same transversal. And alternate angles are always equal to each other. So that means E is also 31.
Yes, also another thing, alternate angles are on the opposite side of the parallel lines as well. Like for example, 31, at this angle 31 is above this CD, whereas this angle E is below AB. So they are on the opposite sides of the parallel lines and on the opposite sides of the transversal as well. So yes, E is equal to 31. So how will you write it? So how will you write it? This is how you're going to write that this angle E is alternate to 31 degrees, and therefore angle E is equal to 31 degrees. This is all you have to write. No working. Okay, no working. This is all.
Exercise 10B is quite easier than exercise 10A, I feel.
Sorry?
I feel like exercise 10B is more easier than exercise 10A because it's so much interesting.
Yes, you are right. So, okay, what
Teacher?
about F? Yes?
E and F are both on a straight line.
F is what?
E and F are both on a straight line.
E and F are both on the straight line. I cannot understand your question.
No, teacher, I'm saying that they are both on a straight line. So E plus F equals to 180. That equals 31 plus F equals to 180.
A and F are on the same line.
No, she's saying E and F are on the same line.
This
So,
E and F?
yeah.
Are you talking about this E and F?
So she said E equals to 31, right? So it is 31 plus F equals to 1.
So this is 31. Yes. Okay, Sabia, ask again.
She's saying
Teacher, can it be like 31 plus F equals to 180 because they both are on the straight line?
Beta, are they adjacent?
No.
Are they adjacent? So listen, dekheng. It's not only that the angles should be on the straight line, but they should also be sharing an arm and they should be completely covering the straight line. You understand? So E and F, are they sharing an arm? Are they sharing a vertex? No,
No.
They are not adjacent angles. So are you trying to say that they're interior? They are not interior either. For interior, you remember for angles, wait, for angles to be interior, they have to be, I told you, consider this as a parallelogram, this parallelogram. So the angles are on the two angles on the opposite corners. Okay, of the same side, opposite corners. Yes.
Teacher, can 35 be alternate to F?
Okay, yes. Now you're thinking good. Yes, so 35, no, this whole thing. Can you see this is the parallel line? This is the other parallel line, okay? And then this is the transversal, okay? So this angle F will be alternate to this whole angle. This angle F will be alternate to this whole angle, not just 35. You're getting tricked, you're getting confused. Why? Because they have further divided this angle by another transversal. That's why you're getting confused. But you forget this transversal. Why? Because this whole angle will be alternate to this whole angle. You understand?
Yes.
Did you understand, Sabia?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. So, okay. So then what should be the equation?
Angle F equals to 35 plus 31.
So F is 35 plus 31 is 66.
Yes.
Right? Right. So I wrote down that angle. So, but you will not just write the equation simply. You will give a reason of how you came up with this equation. So why is angle F the sum of 35 and 31? You will say that angle C is alternate to angle F. So angle C includes both of them together. So therefore, angle F is equal to 35 plus 31. And so F is equal to 66 degrees. Okay?
Yes, okay, teacher.
Okay, now question number D. Let me use my own drawing because that book drawing is too small. So let me use this. Okay. So I will hide the answers. Get me. Okay, so let's start with I. Let's start with I. How can we find out the value of I? Angle I, this one. This is okay. So let's first point out the parallel lines. This is one parallel line, CD. The other parallel line is AB. This is a transversal. This is another transversal. So AC is a transversal and AE is a transversal. Okay. We have to find first. Let's start with I.
Teacher,
okay,
can I be interior to 75?
Yes, only 75. See,
And
60 is a parallelogram. This whole thing is a parallelogram. I told you.
75 and 60.
Whole angle. So this whole angle is interior to this whole angle because these are two angles of the same side of the parallelogram.
Yes, then J is also interior to those angles.
No, G.
J is interior to which angles?
70, 75 and 60.
How come?
Because they both are on this, only to 75, I think.
See, beta, I told that the interior angles are those which are, you know, two angles of the same side of the parallelogram. Think of this as a parallelogram. Okay, think of this as a parallelogram. Okay, so this and this, these two angles, which are, which the parallelogram is making with on the same side. This is one side, right? AC is one side. These two angles, which are facing each other on the same side of the parallelogram, these are interior angles. So J, for J to be interior, this whole angle will be interior to this whole angle. And excuse my drawing, okay? So this whole angle will be interior to this, whatever the angle there might be here. But they did not give a question like that. G cannot be interior to any of these angles. J.
Okay, miss, now I understand. First, I was considering J as part of the triangle, not considering the whole thing as a parallelogram. Now I understand.
But even if you consider it as a triangle,
There should be another angle on the other side.
Explain me, what were you considering as a triangle? What were you thinking?
I was thinking,
Yes.
like I is interior to 75 and 60. So J, which is also like opposite to it, so it also should be interior to 75 and 60.
No.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay. Even if you're taking it as a triangle, even then what you're thinking is not true, even in that case, okay? So remember, for interior angles, remember, these two sides should be parallel. If, for example, this was a parallelogram and they had given you another line here that was parallel, if they had given you a line here that was parallel, okay, then yes. And if they had mentioned that these two are parallel, then yes, this angle would be interior to this whole, not just this whole thing. Then these two angles would be interior. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay. So what equation will we use here? I is equal to?
I is equal to
angle I is equal to angle A. I is interior to angle I is interior to angle A.
Yes, Abhiya. Yes, okay, Sidra, you will get a chance. Sidra has some other way of solving this question, so she wants to share with you guys. Okay, she will share, but first let's solve it this way that we have discussed. So we can say that angle A and angle C are interior angles. Angle A and angle C are interior angles, and therefore 75 plus 60 plus I should give us 180. They all together should give us 180, right? Is everybody clear about this?
Yes.
Or is there any question? If there's any question, please ask. Sabiha?
No.
Yes, teacher.
Did you understand, Hanzala?
Yes, teacher, I understood.
Yes, okay. Okay, so 180 minus, so this will shift here on this other side of the equation. 180 minus 135 will give us 45. So that means I is 45. Okay, now what about J?
J is...
Yes.
Teacher, can J be alternate to 60 because J and 60 are sharing the same transversal but are on the opposite sides.
Yes, I shouldn't have written angle E. I should have written angle J, because E means this whole thing. E means this whole thing. So I cannot, the whole thing is not alternate to 60. So I cannot write E. I should write angle J is alternate to angle 60. So, ये भी मैंने गलत लिखा. this. Angle J is equal to 60. That's it. Okay, so no working, no nothing. Here, just have to mention. Okay. Okay, Sidra has an easier way she wants to share with you guys. Okay, Sidra?
Instead of starting with I, start with J. So you know that 60 is alternate to J. So you know that J is 60. Now I and J are interior angles. So
I and J are interior angles.
yeah, so they're interior angles. So they're gonna add up to 180.
No, J, I just explained, Javeria, J and I are not interior.
They're not interior, but they're...
Yeah, that would only be if they had given us this line. This line was not there in the question. And J means only this. J is only this. I mean, they have not given us the whole angle. This line doesn't exist. This is the real picture. They did not give us the other line. So J and I cannot be interior. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have done A, B, and D. Right now, question number 3. You guys have the book, right?
Yes, miss.
Okay, question number 3. Okay, they have omitted part A. I don't know why, but if we get time, we will do part A. But let's first do the ones that they have included. Question part B. Easy peasy.
Can I?
Okay, this is the bigger picture. Okay, Hanzala. Okay, Uswa. Uswa, you want to participate?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, beta. So can you guide us how to start with this? How to find the values of the unknown? Yeah, this is very easy. First of all, you just joined in, right? So let's recap. You know the vertically opposite angles, corresponding, alternate, and interior angles, right? These are the 4 concepts that you should be aware of.
Yes.
And you should know what parallel lines are, and you should know what a transversal is. Okay.
Okay.
So tell me, these are the 2 parallel lines, CD and AB. And both of them are being cut by this transversal line PQ. Okay.
Okay.
So we have these 2 angles which are on either side of the point of intersection. They are on either side of the point of intersection, facing opposite to each other.
Yes.
Such angles are called? What are such angles called? You guys are doing this chapter, right? These days in school.
We have done it, miss.
Teacher, can you give me 1 second?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Hanzala, then you will tell me. Hanzala. Shabash, beta.
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't tell.
You can't tell?
Yes.
But you just said we have done it.
Yeah, but this is a bit confusing to me. This chapter.
This is a bit confusing. Okay, Hanzala, now unmute yourself and you're going to help me. Okay, I'm going to help you. We're going to help each other. Yes, it's okay. Even if you're wrong, it's okay. Tell me, what sort of angles are these? I remember you answering me in the last math class very actively. So I'm sure that you know what corresponding and alternate and interior angles are, right? So tell me what these 2 angles are.
Yes, miss. These angles are, wait, I'm going to tell you, these angles are called corresponding angles.
Very good job. Corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are?
Like at the front of each other.
Yeah, equal. They are going to be equal to each other. So can we say that because 7C is corresponding to 140, so therefore they are equal. So can we say 7C is equal to 140?
Yes, miss, we can say that.
Yes, right? Yes. So we can write like this, angle 7C, and also use the degree symbol, and angle 140 degree are corresponding angles. So 7C is equal to 140. Okay, in order to get rid of 7, divide both the sides by 7. So you will get 140. Yes, so C is equal to 20.
Yes.
You know this, right?
Yes, miss.
Okay, now the other unknown, which is 2D. What are these two angles?
Okay, miss. Okay, now let me check. Wait, I'm going to tell you, miss.
Beta, no need to wait. Just tell me what these angles are. I know you know it.
With alternate angles?
Alternate. See, alternate had to be on the opposite side of the transversal and on the
same side of the parallel.
So Miss 2D and 140 are alternate then.
Yes, 2D and 140 are alternate. Very good. No, wait. ये तो गलत नहीं हो गया. 2D should be.
They are alternate.
इसको alternate. 2D's alternate should be here, right?
Yeah.
Miss, they're supposed to be opposite. So if one is on the other is supposed to be on the bottom.
Yes, miss, it should be here.
No. 2D's, listen, 2D's.
Right, so it's up.
7C alternate. Yes, 7C's alternate should be
above the parallel, because this is below. So if this is above, this is going to be below.
You guys are confusing me.
So
7C is below the parallel line, so this should be above. So if this is above, this should be below.
Okay, fine. Okay, so let's not get confused. Okay, so these are vertically opposite, right? So just keep things simple. 7C is equal to 2D, right?
Yes, miss.
Vertically opposite, right, Hanzala?
Yes, miss.
Yes. So what equation will you come up with?
7C is equals to 2D. And C is equals to 7, so we would make it 7 multiplied by 20.
Okay, wait. I was just looking at this figure again and see alternate angles D and X are alternate. And so can you see that they are on the opposite sides of the transversal, same transversal, but they're on the same, this is below, this is above. Oh, okay.
This B and Z, if you look at B and Z in the same example in figure 10.17, so
yes.
They are also,
Yeah, okay, so 7C and yes, so 7C's alternate will be here.
And 2D's alternate will be 140.
So that's why I got confused. What was the answer? Because there was something missing here.
Because 2D,
yeah, so 2D's alternate will be 140, right? Yes. So 2D's will be 140. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you can solve it that way as well. 2D because they are alternate. So you can say 2D is equal to 140. Or you can even do it this way. 2D is equal to 7C. So now since you know the value of C, so you can just substitute it here. That's how I did it. But yes, you can do it that way as well. 7C is equal to 2D. So 7 multiplied by 20, because remember C's value was 20. Yes, and so we plugged in the values and this 2 got shifted here. It got divided. I mean, it is dividing. And so 7 multiplied by 20 divided by 2 and you get 70 degrees. Okay.
And if we do the other way, it will be the same as well.
Right. Yes, Javeria, you are correct. Okay, so see, anybody, I mean, we all can get confused. So there's nothing wrong with giving wrong answers. We are here to help each other, okay? Now, question number C. Let's do this. Do you know that this geometry and this perimeter area and all these geometry part of math was my favorite when I was a student. I would love doing them. I would
always
go ahead.
hated
I
these.
would go ahead and do these those questions that were not included as my, now you won't believe, as my pastime. Yes, maybe I didn't have anything better to do. But anyway, okay, let's do this.
Okay. This, I think because 7E and 3E are interior angles, so they will equal to 180 because they're supplementary.
Yes. So first of all, the parallel lines. Let's point out the parallel lines, which are
AB
CD and AB.
Yes,
so
Miss,
think of this as a parallelogram. Okay, so these are interior angles. Okay, interior angles are supplementary, meaning adding up to 180. So you go ahead and solve this algebraic expression, and E would be 18 degrees.
Yes, Miss.
Anzala, can you please mute yourself?
Okay, Miss.
Jazakallah khairan. Okay, now this question is done. Then now part D. Part D is this. This is also easy.
because they are
Miss, this is an alternate angle.
Yes.
This is an alternate angle.
These are
Yes,
alternate
these are
angles.
alternate angles. Yes, Hanzala, do you want to solve this?
Okay, so Miss, yes, I want to solve this.
Okay.
Okay, so Miss, 3F minus 23. So these are alternate angles. So 3F minus 23. And then we will do plus 2F and plus 6. That guy.
So because they're alternate, they're going to be equal. So can we write that angle 2F plus 6 is alternate to angle 3F minus 23?
Yes, Miss, they are equal. Yes, we can say that.
And therefore they are equal. And so we can come up with this equation. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
and now we could put the numbers here and the variables there.
Very good. So variables on one side of the equal to sign. 3F minus 2F is single F. And 6 plus 23 is 29. Right? So F is 29 degrees.
Miss, you are making it so easy for me. I found it too difficult.
No, it's so easy and it's so fun. I'm telling you, this was my pastime when I was a kid, when I was your age. You know, we used to have similar book and it had extra questions, supplementary exercises at the end of the book. And I would do those supplementary exercises whenever I was free. I remember. Now you guys might find it weird, but I used to enjoy. This was like a puzzle for me, you know? It's like solving a puzzle. Okay, let's do this. Yes, Javeria? Okay, let's do this. This is not included, but let's do it. Just for the, just for practice sake. Just for practice sake. Okay, so can you come up with any ideas? How can we solve this?
To be and 30
are what do we call? They are interior.
30 and A are interior angles. 2B, 30 and A.
What did you say? Sorry, can you please repeat? Yes, Abiha? Okay, Hanzala, you were saying something? Okay, I'm waiting.